If more practice automatically made you better, you'd already be amazingly good by now. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. And that is absolutely okay, because repetition doesn't create progress, it creates familiarity. Your hands don't know the difference between right and wrong. They just repeat whatever you train them to repeat. If you've ever seen a fly repeatedly banging its head against a window trying to get out, it knows exactly where it wants to go. It can see the outside, the goal, and it keeps repeating the same action, and practice makes perfect, right? But nothing changes, and not because of the lack of effort. I mean, there's tons of effort going into a lot of what those flies do, but because it doesn't realize there's glass in the way and it needs to find a way around. A lot of guitar practice looks exactly like this. So let me show you the system I've used for my performances, including many that I've only been given a day or two to learn the music for. Time to stop flying into the window, banging our heads against it, and actually have a system we can rely on. Most people's practice looks a bit like this. They play a section that's usually way too long. They might miss some notes and then start over all the way from the beginning. And this gives a disheartening amount of repetitions that go through, but nothing structurally changes. The hand position stays the same, maybe the finger keeps collapsing, the note is still buzzing away. You're repeating the output without changing the input, and that is unintentional practice. Unintentional practice just reinforces the current version of your technique. If you want to improve, every repetition must have a purpose. And here are the 5 exact steps for how to do this instead. Step number 1 is locate the problem. First, find exactly what it is you're trying to improve and be really specific here. Not just, I want to generally improve, or this bit doesn't quite feel as good, it feels bad. What exactly is wrong? Are you missing a note? Is it that you have notes that are buzzing? Is it that a finger keeps collapsing? Whatever it is, you want to have an exact idea and clarity on what it is you're trying to fix. Because without this clarity, you're not going to be able to fix it. Step 2 is analyzing what's actually happening. This is where we ask why. Let's say you've got notes that are feeling disconnected and a bit jumpy in the hand. What is it that is creating that? In that case, it might be that your hand is too far back, or it's too low on the guitar and you're hooking on the strings as a result. That is what's giving you that disconnected sound. That's what's having your hand feel a bit stuck on the string. So we've not only located what we want to solve, but we found that the reason is because our hand is lying too far back, it's out of position. This is where most players skip ahead, and don't be tempted to skip, because before you understand the cause of what you're trying to fix, there is no way you're actually going to be able to fix it. Step 3 is moving on to the solution. Now you understand what it is that your hand's doing. You had your hand too far back, or maybe your guitar was too low, pushing the thumb up. Now we can start to find what the solution is. If the knuckle's too far back, push it forward. If the thumb's hooking round, lift up the neck of the guitar. This is going to be the solution to the problem that you've found in your playing. Don't just try harder, you adjust structure, because effort doesn't fix mechanics, structure fixes the mechanics. And small mechanical shifts, especially as they build up over time, create a massive difference to your tone. Step 4 is leading onto the method. So you know what the solution is, but how are you going to implement it? If it's just play the piece from the beginning, which is what most people do, it's going to be very inefficient. But if you find maybe an exercise, or maybe it'll be a prop you can have hold in your hand so that it helps to get the hand in position, or it might be a slow, isolated drill that you come up with, not the full piece. Technique is built in a controlled environment, and especially controlling the speed. It's not performance mode, this is installing a new technique. You want to make sure you've got the most effective method possible. And now step 5 is execution, but with awareness. You might have noticed that up until now, finding the problem, analysing it, solving it, coming up with a method. We haven't got implementing yet, and step 5 is where we get executing, where we get implementing what we've come up with. But this time you're repeating with the correct structure, and you're checking, you're controlling the speed, you're making sure everything is exactly how you want it to be. Is the knuckle forward? Is it angled correctly? Do you have the guitar head high enough? All of the different things that might be the causes for the problems you have. You're no longer flying blindly, you're no longer banging your head against the window, hoping at some point with enough repetitions your head's going to go through. Instead, you're reinforcing the things that are going to make you the guitarist that you want to become. Not the one you currently are, because if you thought you were perfect already, you wouldn't be practicing. Most players believe time equals improvement, and unfortunately it doesn't. But precision equals improvement over time. If you practice for 30 minutes, an hour without anything changing what you're doing, you're just going to be burning in the old version of your mechanics. If you practice for 10 minutes, sometimes even 5 minutes, but with clarity and with adjustments, you will absolutely be evolving your playing. This 5-step process of locating, analysing, solving, finding the method, and then executing is what has underpinned my technique and has skyrocketed a lot of my students' technique as well. And if you're stuck on any of these stages, if you're looking at your playing and you're thinking, well, I'm not sure what it is that I need to fix, or you found something that you want to fix, but you don't know what the solution would be, then come join my free community. The link is below. I can have a direct look at your playing and tell you what it is I can see and what it is that you can go away and start working on and how to do it. This way you can start leveling up your guitar playing. Also, if you want to see a video around the right hand technique and specifically the position you want it in, check this video out here where I break down a lot of ideas that will absolutely skyrocket your tone. I'll see you in there.